Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I'm Kelvin Mans from the Pulnado TV. And I'm well on and say one person name is Pulnado, two people name is Pulnado, and for them Pulnado switch better and stronger one. Now we will. So if not the first time this, so let's sign in here or let's come to this wonderful and lovely platform called the Pulnado TV. Please, my brothers and sisters, just do me a little favor. Let us smash the like button on the left hand side, subscribe on the right hand side, and also share the program.
This one come for make you know, with you know be know not in the nation. Now this not the program we all for education, religion in all circulation, political intimidation, suppression and injustice. See the way they make we know the feel at home. Now we home, so we think now we own. We the talk all thing, the country now they growing just the go beyond. We the say all thing, for you we not be know, for make you know. You can find me na YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. The name na Pulnado TV. If you not be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. The presenter na Kelvin Mans, not a politician. It stand for the people, the masses, even the poor man. Hey boy, the people know they treat we nice. We see we for know, we don't know. Plenty of things we in Pulnado. We ear eyes, hey boy, it's not Pulnado. All thing with the Pulnado. It's time for Pulnado. Everything for good nado. Just go na any social platform and shout for Pulnado TV. Na PULNADOE TV. And the symbol gets a low flag middle. 2 stars with plenty colors. Get the opportunity for call. Not the mid or ending of any program. If you know be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. If you know be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado TV. All thing with the Pulnado. Everything with the Pulnado. Pulnado TV. Romantic.
So, me, dear lovely brothers and sisters, una good morning, una good afternoon, una good evening, una kabo, una kushe, and assalamu alaikum. Peace and blessing be upon you guys and upon everybody where they listen and watch the program. I also say again here, why I will say, Nyabundisa will go sati na we vai we miano yena. Na piari na diay to pen madri af mamino aunt do pis panado bam to be de una to ben canto fi awan see una kabo and kushe. You know, me when they present the program, me now brother, friend, you begin a patriotic stallion citizen Kelvin Mans from this Pulnado TV as I always deny for bring the past, the present, and the unbelievable things that they happen inside salon and outside salon, and especially Sierra Leone. This lovely and peaceful before country, what we call a salon before, it don't turn to something else. And me, you know, say salon now be a very peaceful and sweet loving country, and we that way get that country there with very much loving and peaceful. But the way and manner how the people the way they rule the country, not because I don't know the people the way they rule the country, because salon is still there as salon. Whether they don't corrupt and don't spoil that country, they rule them. But me and you, some of we, because of some of we were selfish and always not only for me, now only me, now it don't destroy and boil like today. But like I say, if not the first time is for let's sign here, Pulando TV, we always enough for come Pulando things them where just few people and just know now only few people know them things and they majority don't know, or maybe you know but you don't understand better, or maybe you understand but you get the way how they explain to you, or you get the way how you understand them. So now make Pulando who only enough for can clear you down. For Pulando, all the things that they na corner, the way them beg na carpets now, or them the things that they don't cement, so we pull them na do for now, we pull na do. This is the reason why some of you now. But if not the first time is for like come na this wonderful platform, you know, say this is the first time for like come across of these videos or this platform, just do me a little favor, let's just smash that like button at the left hand side. The right hand side, share the program and subscribe. So anytime I come live, YouTube go notify you say I didn't live or I don't post new video. But if you fail for subscribe, you fail for like and share the program, you might not get that opportunity for see this particular broadcast again. Pass somebody share to you, or if that person not share to you now, so you don't see the reason why for subscribe and share like the program. So if you don't subscribe it, you don't share the program, you don't like it, do them now before it's too late. I read the force you, but this is just the fact. If you don't do anything, you need to see me again. You might not see me again. Today, now a very important topic stem we actually then a flaw. And I know you just can't say them because of people saying I get with evidence. Then I get one of me, I get me border way where you know more and details about them. And I show now with evidence to the effect of what they can say and what thing actually what they talk about. Evidence to the effect, guys. The first thing where I get for talk about the first lady. As no, I don't know if the one they go to the media now and almost some of them don't see it, some of them don't hear it as rumor they go. This is just like a mere rumor with evidence. I just with evidence. I get evidences with me. Like the one time when they go to the media, now they go around the media about the first lady. They will talk about the first lady. The first lady in encounter actually in yourself with the British government or the UK government. This time they say now it's not two trouble one God. This is not three trouble one God. Now the first lady gets right now as I speak to you. Three trouble one God. You see, this time they say if you not give God, he will give Satan. Three trouble one God. 1, 2, 3 trouble one God for first lady. First lady Fatima Bio. Now 3 trouble one God. My brothers and sisters. What's the first trouble? One, you get very big problem. You get very big problem, very big issue. Anyhow, I put it now with the British government as right now, and they under scrutiny. Well, Englishman says scrutiny. They scrutinize and now they take. When combine they take. If whether who's the teacher whatever take, and I don't know a very heavy battle. But just just a quick highlight of what actually happened there before my brother they come in or can explain because I know more. Me you know say Ngofero and Fatima Bio na London and be na UK. Na be London. In short, UK. The time when they don't get nothing and don't get and I cancel flats and they leave. And then European country they when they say cancel flats. They put it, we don't know where they can get and then starting now. Somebody way either somebody when they work or way able to afford more, way they able to live within a particular amount of average where they able to live that amount of so and then cancel house the way like get sufficient, get enough for live that with their life. So then can get and then base and then cancel house then. But you get money good to go, you get house and then they allow for again a cancel house. So for no cancel house. So this are the house they begin. They say even where they don't come now, you don't be first lady, the man don't be president. So they don't do this thing, they don't be this, they don't be, but it's still hold on that cancel place day. And it not only hold on that place, not that place, not only hold on now. We don't know whether against somebody there, according to the news I get, they say against according to news them a rent give other person, not only left there, a rent give other person. Because if then you another place there, if at least them now, you know you will leave there again or left there some more, you go and over, but in hands other person, or even if now, not just as simple now, he left somebody, but if you not take money and the person hand then herself, you go better. But we don't know whether how much you collect from them over there. But when in ready for left, a rent the place the other people they collect money and then upon all what thing they don't take another country and still they rent that place. So now they can help me talk to between that and the British government and Fatima Bio. Have any problem? Oh, as right now, you don't under scrutiny, you don't under serious check. So as to which decision they will take. Maybe some of them don't understand the English way. Them that particular news, that video, now that short video, they can't plan for an hour. Maybe they don't understand. So now they don't under scrutiny, which means they don't under check as to which decision they will take against them. Because that council house, they give you enable afford more, enable reach, enable reach within your means. You get that, you will live that whole safe life, you not get much. Now, they can end that council will be say they give you to at least something like next for nothing. Now they nothing they. So if they don't give, they don't actually don't they say you don't get you don't actually up to do, you need for don't hand over that council house. But you don't know more. What thing you do was a healthy other person back. Why you don't be first lady, man don't be president, then you rent the other person back. I think they collect money back now. So this is the thing now between the British government and the first lady. Maybe some of them don't understand that video. So this is what in that video they start for that video they go around the media. They can't play an hour. I make I say Punlado TV, we don't have for Punlado things them. Don't able understand exactly how the thing how the thing maybe other person will get that time for explaining like how they explain you. So we Punlado TV, we lift the bone for now watch the man with the inside. This na we on this not just say na me on duty na for that one for now. The other thing again, what I say na 3 from one go, the other thing again. Fatima Bio right now, what thing they do right now? A organization they make in the name of Hands of Aga, do all that thing and they where now from that thing they can it scam the people in they go na salon for go solicit money for them. Why they try for rebrand or build in property then in estate the way you get now foreign country. And guess what? That estate then they build in the way they build. So not all salon they build now elsewhere na foreign countries and foreign lands and they building things and they. And this is what they say. So I know just talk about because people was talking about I get evidence system. Then they will they can't watch and see them. What thing I try for talk here. Because some of the things say I just the blah more. I get evidence I want to watch and see. And after all I don't watch and see, not saying I go make research for myself. So in a like say in girl when I get like once of a girl is that you collect money from girl picking or from people that why it bill, why it try for it bill na other man's land. And guess what? That estate then they then bill in the way it bill so my brothers and sisters. Not only they put now in mama, in brothers, the names and it puts on them property then they. Now I tell you can say now three trouble one God. What the next thing again? The other thing again where you get problem with the Kwaidu holdings. But when I all remember that saga we go play na Kwaidu saying first lady Yuri Gaga use the office as first lady to go conduct how they call them protest where you not get that right today. That na labor something. You don't get that right there for let go conduct a protest against them for the say to government, to Minister of Labor, not to Minister of even to even Minister self, get no position inside there. So he used in political self for go stage protest. Who's that you get that power? They would give you that would give you that effort. Would give you that power. Well, due to that thing they right now they could do holdings, boss. They don't map one, then don't say they make sure say they sue this woman and go for defamation. They sue on a court for way actually waste them time for way disturb them and from them the way that strike they happen and lost. Just imagine where some company they operate where they don't work for 1 day or even 2 or let's just say 1 day. You don't know how many millions of loans or dollars the way they lost. So then they say they get for swan. Like just show now who side they say they get for swan. And then plan out they say they get for swan and ECOWAS court. They sue am na international court of justice. They say they sue na the Quincy court to be say this court na London here in the international court. And they get for sue am back also na Salon court. This is what they say. But Salon court to me, then you are not because that Salon court in post. So now they may not the old stuff. I know how Salon. Me you know how Salon system they work. And they even threaten say if they win this case, all in property them where they went by so then they actually ready for seize them. So this not the thing where they go, yeah, my brothers and sisters. Last time for bringing me, brother, I'm going to give you more details on what they happen. But before then, they like just give a small flashback of them two people there, my brothers and sisters. Let's just use a small flashback of them two people there, yeah. Then from there, I bring me colleague who can tell now more about this particular people there. Let me just say something here. After the president took office, his wife and his family went real estate shopping investigations since Julius Bio became Sierra Leone president in April 2018. His wife Fatima Bio and her closer relative have scoped up luxury properties in Gambia. These are the key findings. Since becoming Sierra Leone's first lady, Fatima Bio has bought 4 properties in Gambia, while 500,000 villa was purchased in her mother's name. Fatima Bio's half-brothers have also purchased Gambian properties, bringing the relatives' spending to a total at least 2.1 million on at least 10 real estate transactions carried out between 2022 and 2024. Document shows at top Australian government contractors assign key. Just imagine. Key paperwork for 3 of the properties, including the villa owned by the first lady's mother. When reached for comment, he denied an involvement in the purchases. The first family did not respond to questions about who paid for the real estate or the source of the fund. Tax record, employment histories, assets, ownership record, and other publicly available information suggests that Fatima Bio, her mother, and her half-brothers had modest means prior to her becoming first lady. So, guys, so all these, let me just bring my colleague in. We can explain better as to voting at the travel talk about. So, guys. There we go, colleague online. So, Mr. Albert, welcome to the program.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. Thank you for having me, and good evening, listeners. Good evening, Sierra Leoneans.
So, guys, without wasting time, I just want to go straight. To voting. We try to talk about today here. Now, just like I told you, there is 3 trouble in one go for the first lady. Like problem with the she actually has a problem with the British government. So I don't only walk you through towards that. Whilst any way they whatever they project the evidence, because I get some evidence in the project on the wall, but walk you through by give us like a flashback or what you know for us about this particular what's between the British and Fatima Bio.
Yeah, once more, thank you, Kelvin. You know, this now an unfolding situation where don't draw the attention of every Sierra Leonean, regardless of who side you belong. Because anything we get for do with the reputation of the country, now an issue for concern. And this particular issue, now a call for transparency. You know, and when we talk about transparency and accountability, Kelvin, this is not just a national issue, not just issue about Salon. It also gets to do with international credibility. So we all therefore be really, really concerned about things in there. And yeah, so going to the points of the First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio, on the introduction there, with regards to a two-bedroom apartment na Southwark, London, and it always concerns as well, and it always concerns even within the British community, and of course, Sierra Leoneans both home and abroad. This now an apartment where Fatima within white before coming into the presidency. Now we decided we don't live, and they live there for several years. And of course, the records them where the council don't present shows say Fatima and a man or Fatima they don't live at this apartment since 2007. Okay, since 2007, and or further registered information or documentation show as well since 2009. They know they live in this particular apartment. So fast forward, Fatima and a man winning the 2018 elections, and they for decide for move from the UK for go back home and take over the leadership of the country. And but in reality, Madam Fatima then gets every legal reasons or grounds for return this house to the council. Because the council house, just like you say earlier, not so for the super rich, you know. This are for people where low income people or people who not even get homes like private homes or mansion for themselves. People don't able to buy homes for themselves, and now they more the council they cater for, you know, low income earning people as well, you know. And in fact, the very city when I did Southwark, London, then gets over 18,000 people, both British or whatever, more than 18,000 people will be on the waiting list for get just a 2 or 3 bedroom apartments. More than 18,000 of them are waiting. They're on the waiting list. And in fact, the average waiting time for make one gets access to a council home, the average period can range between 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And here we get a first lady where they don't live in these premises right from 2007 through to 2018, and they left these premises without handing it over. What he do is subtenant the apartment. Subtenant in a way you rent an apartment to a landlord. Maybe let's say you even get a 2 room apartment, but you say this place is too big for me, and you want to go believe now. You know it's saying my rent somebody else. That one they call them subtenants. You get the right to do them according to the British law, but you will only do that with the consent of the landlord.
Yeah.
And the
Now
landlord or the council.
If they left somebody here, we say left somebody there.
No, even if you're not commodity, even let's say even they live in the apartment. Now, just an example of the ways. Even if they live in an apartment, let's say it's 2 room bedroom or a 3 room bedroom apartment, where you want to say, no, it's too big for me, I'm not able to afford, or I need somebody else to come and rent. You can even rent you 2 other rooms or 1 room extra to somebody else. That one is subtenants. You get the legal right to do that, but you have to do that with the knowledge of the landlord or the knowledge of the council. When you fail to do that, you don't commit the breach. You don't commit a crime against the British housing laws. Okay, so this time wasn't exactly Fatima do, and not hand over this place, and he retained this place. And letters then continue for Kambe. All letters because he addressed it today. That they receive letters, he gets in Galpikin and other family members were always they can at the building for can receive letters for him. You know, sorry, letters when the address of Fatima Bio, at that particular address. And of course, even neighbors then, they also don't get testimony, recorded testimonies where sometimes they get some sporadic visits, even early before the end of 2024. He also visited the apartment. And in fact, when he came here, this and one of the letters they addressed her, and this as recent as months ago. So they address in letters in that particular place. While the first lady, they live in a luxurious presidential mansion, a salon, and they not just they live sorry, you not just they live in a presidential mansion, a salon. You also get private homes. Above all, the very UK who say he retained that this particular council apartment, he also gets a luxurious villas in there where he buy within the last few years under their leadership. He also gets luxurious other properties in other European countries, and of course, particularly again in the Gambia, where we all know say it gets a biological connection, okay, or a natural connection with villas and five stars hotels and all those stuff. And the interesting thing is this, Calvin. Almost all of them mansions and villas and hotels here we talk about, use a name. They use a mama will not even able to afford for buy a plot of land. They use a half brother will not even get the possibility for even buy a one room apartment, let alone mansions and villas and five stars hotels were worth millions of dollars. So for me, the first lady to use that capacity as a first lady by you get access, you get possession of them properties there. Okay. And the people that would link say then and then get them property there. Even like the one you get a house with now UK where of course it buy them on continue, they establish a family lady don't violate the social housing laws in the UK, of course, can go find them guilty and they will you get penalties for pay. There's a law we prescribe what's going to be the penalties, what's going to be the charges, of fines, and normally now crimes the way they make somebody go jail for, but considering his status, maybe not just money fine or so, and of course maybe they go also ban them on certain things depending on how the law, the court get for look at it. And of course, then we also get other factors where they will look at. If not a first time offender in the UK, if not the first time this way they committing crimes again in the UK, then we also get a kind of lenient way for, make judgments on that particular matter. So that in itself is a fraud. And fraud, we all know saying a criminal offense. Because if fraud the council, it also fraud the people living in Southwark, London, because as I tell you, records show say there are over 18,000 citizens who they live in that particular city without the wait for get a housing from an apartment from the council for years. While they get a first lady where they live in luxurious mansions and own properties all around the world, they fly around with private jets, still retain a council flat where for be for a low income earning people. Yeah, so that's now one of the issues where I believe that we all as Sierra Leoneans therefore be concerned that somebody, especially a first lady from a country, they continue for put Salon into that kind of picture. Now you see that it's all over the news, all international media, they go about they talk about British media. Because when somebody of status do that thing and they of course crimes them way other very low people like and they commit. Of course the law they take its course, but they're always when somebody of that status, a first lady owning all these millions of dollars worth of properties, take advantage of a council apartment, of course, it would draw the attention of plenty. Why they see all this why they see now one of them, people are concerned. And this now a call for transparency. We all need to be concerned. They don't tell we say we leadership it gets ethical problem. With leadership, it gets a transparency issue where, of course, it's not a strange thing. We all know that based on things that whether they unfold in the last 6, 7 years. But these actions like this go even deepen the erosion of public trust where we all as Sierra Leoneans get for leadership, right? And then coming to the properties where you talk about. So that one, as you say, three trouble, one God. I think this is one of the trouble where we just don't talk about, where they go for really get a battle. They get for get a
I really
battle with
want
the Boko.
Mr. Albert.
Yes,
I really want
yes,
to know the first lady in thing before we come to that side because I want to should improve. I think I see at the talk and I just see we need just come
yeah,
and talk with proofs. So I want to
yes,
listen for a short video for it because Salomon it is say sin is
yeah,
believing. Where they talk,
yeah.
they say where you prove. Who's that you prove there? Was they just no blama man look
It's
what's
true.
car? What's a lot of look at
Hmm.
so let me listen
Yeah,
to
it's true.
some proof them. So I guess we can watch some videos and some most of them they go explain more about that. So let's
Okay,
watch for
okay.
the video.
Hmm.
First Lady in Sierra Leone, where the president has got a fleet of properties, planes, trains, automobiles, anything that you. First Lady in Sierra Leone, where the president has got a fleet of properties, planes, trains, automobiles, anything that you can probably want or desire, but rents a council flat in Suffolk. So it calls into question how on earth you are still able to when you've not been necessarily in the country for planes, trains, automobiles, anything that you can probably want or desire, but rents a council flat in Suffolk. So it calls into question how on earth you are still able to rent a flat when you've not been necessarily in the country for however many years. She was in London, and that's when she got her flat. That's where she met her husband, who was actually mounting his presidential bid.
Yeah, raising cash in London town.
Yeah. And the irony is that some of her official engagements have included, obviously, talking about lots of kinds of rights, but rejecting and talking against Western encroachment in African values and Eastern life. So it's begs believe that you can still pop over every now and again back to your council flat when you don't live here. But the council have responded by saying that they don't take income into account. Now I found this fascinating because I thought if you earned a particular over threshold,
No.
you shouldn't be.
There's nothing in national policy to stop a billionaire from being taken out.
Well, that's a disgrace.
Remarkable, isn't it?
But there are 350,000 people in London on a waiting list for a council house.
Yeah, absolutely, and we know full well that the government is committed to build 1.5 million new houses by the end of this parliament because we need houses. We need places for people to live, and somebody who's living in a council flat but clearly has plenty of houses in Sierra Leone probably isn't the most in need within this situation. It's shocking, and it's very disappointing, isn't it?
You know, the Times have got this story, and they've sent a snapper over to this case, and they've got photos of the letters and posts being sent to the address to the president of Sierra Leone. Imagine that, your postman handing out that sort of stuff. And they also say that the couple's daughter regularly uses this pad for social outings in the capital. It's not a bad deal, is it, to be not only tied to an African power, but also have access to social housing in London?
It's a fantastic benefit, and I'm sure it goes very well along with some MS handbags and a yacht. I think they've got a yacht, they've got a villa on the seaside, 20 bedrooms or something.
And a gaff in Suffolk. Well, before we move on to the next story, we should say that neither the First Lady, nor President Bio, nor Tigta Soli responded to requests for comment, and Southwark Council declined to comment on an individual case, but a spokesman said that social housing tenants have a right to stay in their homes regardless of income, unless they fail to meet the obligations in their tenancy agreement. Where this is in doubt, we perform regular checks and investigations to determine whether these obligations are being met. What's next, Miriam?
So guys,
Yes.
if we will interpret them to the people. Because not everybody will
Yeah.
talk about here.
Yeah. Like the team at the studio, from the studio where you just play, they're all just like show a surprise that how can somebody will get so much power now, and with fact they gets, I mean, properties and luxury houses, and somewhere not just in the UK, I mean, in Africa and other areas, then continue for get access over a council flat in UK, and in fact, for more than 6 or 7 years, even they live in the place, you know, they live in these apartments, then they continue for further, and definitely, one of the reasons why the council decides, then so they're on investigation.
Yeah.
They want to know whether any council housing violation don't take place. The person where Madam Fatima Bio rents the apartment, this person qualify for get access to council flat in the UK. This person don't ever apply for get council house in the UK. So all these are things where the council get for look into, And I know we all understand how the British government can deal with the matters there. The investigation is going on.
Yeah.
Things are going to be, they will, and by the end of the investigation, they will make a report on that, and we will really wait to get for the outcome. You know, this not to them kind, corner investigations they will do in a salon,
But
then,
it's gonna be video
then
already.
back,
It's gonna be video. I don't kind of
so,
open that one. It's not wish
uh-huh.
I open
So
that one.
exactly. So investigations within this part of the world definitely is going to be open, is going to be transparent, not so, and I don't even want to know who say you belong or whose political status or social
No,
status where you get.
it's first one. This not like I so cool where you just call them. Hey, we have go so make so. You don't
No, not at all.
let's say
Not
you're
at
the
all.
one
Not
follow
at all.
call and I say
Not
ID.
at all.
Call and call say hey, now me
These
get make
are
so never post it. Make like post it.
these are independent. These are independent institutions where nobody not going to be able to influence or interfere into the findings or investigations. Not
Exactly.
so a country like we own now,
Our own
where don't become a victim of state capture, where anybody can wake up in the morning and say, "Hey, look, with just a one single telephone call, they can
yeah.
release somebody today, or
They
they can
release
arrest
somebody
somebody today."
inside seconds. Yes,
You
inside
know?
seconds they don't release
Yeah.
them. Look our hunt. I want to get nobody way. How nobody go report me. No go nobody you don't get complainant so. How don't get complainant because the person where they say I ain't complainant, the next thing not to him. So we don't go to our own that court, they don't be know. So Fatima may just can make video as make video so come and pull. So tells you, which means so they get total control over the Supreme Court, from the Supreme Court first, from the Supreme Court now, the police,
Mhm.
the soldiers, so they get everything at their hand. The man just can't make video, no
Mhm.
more bam, then pull up. And they one the same thing. The moment they can't pull video, then pull up. So what they tell you? So what's the influence where Fatima Bio get on the court, the court system? How? So like this one, no. But like this one, we had a check on one see
Yeah.
exactly. I make her say, if you not give God, you go give Satan. If you don't give God, you go give Satan.
Yeah.
I want say we don't
Right.
work on evidence
Right.
system. Evidence is then there. So Mr. Alba, let's just go to post the evidence, like go to whatever they explain them. I tell and say, and we don't just come up for camp plan, but we talk with fact and evidence is there.
Mhm.
And if you don't satisfy, go back, like go research. If not lie with a lie or just someone because of one talk, go make more research on what you talk about. If not lie with a lie, you go able to know more. Maybe you go find out more. And or if you get more information, what you need to
Right.
say, this time you get what we miss out. Nobody on the screen, and they also up the screen. You can call and give we your own idea or what you know or what you understand so far about this, where we not bring it or we knock out it. But as time goes on, what we can more begin bring on the proofs them. Now can post the proofs them to Malona Sian. You like I say, if you still you don't believe or maybe you doubt, go make research. Call in on this line and ask anything so far. We'll go able to tell you the best way we'll start what you know and what you understand. We will explain to now. So the way so we best knowledge we go understand very much. So let me just begin to go to the proofs then. These are some of the proofs then. Let's just see here. Mr. Albert, like this one. What's this one they try for say
Yeah.
here? Let me just a little bit on see. These are some of the estates then. With like just whatever the on see. guys. What did they say? Fatima Bio purchased another villa in Bijilo. I don't know who's that Bijilo. In Bijilo with cream and archery on archery walls in February 2021. It's not a long time on last year, in February 2024, for $44,000 less than the price that the empty plot of land it stands on had sold for in 2027. So as that the OTB talk about today, Mr. David Naim. So
Yes.
according to
What's it? Yeah, what's in the really said here is this the records, because this, in fact, the investigators that we come up with these reports or we leak them here. First of all, people need to know these are an independent journalist investigators. I call them the OCCRP. These are an international recognized organization where they always there for the investigate organized crimes. Them people them were involved into organized crimes. People them were involved into corruption and opening bank accounts abroad and buying properties, like money laundering. People who desire for launder their money as well. So this now their own specialization now what's it and then they do over the years. Then get European leaders them where they don't investigate and get European business people where they don't investigate, even down up to the United States. And most of them people they talk about some of them still in prison, some of them don't lost their career, lost their fortune where they acquire in a fraudulent way. So this particular house where you see now a house based on the Gambian house and the records where they get access to, it shows some handwritten documents with an all signature there. It shows say Fatima Bio be done buy this land, we don't buy this property. The record shows since 2012. Okay, since 2012, the one of the record shows says since 2012, and in fact, I can show again say that same property where is this so the person will buy the land in 2012, the cost of the plots, the land alone, who said this particular mansion this so the land cost more than $44,000 where the record shows say Fatima Bio buy that house. So what they then do is that then on the record, on the receipt record, then do underpayments. So the cost of this house can be 5, 6 times more than what we see. Would they talk about 44,000? No, man, $44,000. Who's kind you go build this kind of house? No, no,
you know they have
no. No,
because
I mean, Kelvin, we talk about $44,000 and look
yeah,
at the mansion. So it means, just like what the investigators have said, the investigators then compare
look at
receipts
the
them
mansion.
and other documents them. Exactly. So this one, even if they say the person self, even if not the Pope, he not go sell a house like this for $44,000. Okay. And the record shows that the land alone wouldn't buy that big portion of land. How many? Plots of land. It cost more than $44,000 in 2012. So now take the value of the land between 2012 to now. How much the land alone, the plot of land at that particular location, they don't worth. Now think of the property on top of that land. So a house like this worth millions or almost a million, if not a million, almost a million, but they do underpayment and are so exactly corrupt elites they operate. You know, then go pay the rest in cash, then do paperwork, underpay the whole project. And the interesting thing is they use embroider name for some of them properties there. And all of them places there, areas then we are tourist hotspots in Gambia. Tourist hotspots in Gambia, now they buy them properties there. So then people here take them time He don't say where they be now, don't they investigate and don't dig many things and don't go Gambia and don't go Ghana and don't go Senegal, the UK and other places. Them. And in fact, they investigate. Very soon we'll get for say records about in offshore accounts that like in bank accounts that we get in different parts around the world. Very soon they will come up with we will see. Something will come up soon. Yeah.
Okay, so let me just read them a little bit because maybe not for their quick law complete them because there are people that we really would read. Let me just read them for them as you don't explain. They say with cream and archery was in February 2024 for $44,000, less than the price that the empty plot of land it stands on had sold for in 2012 according to a handwritten property transactions record for the time. Separate property records show that an application to less the land to Fatima Bio was made as early as 2012, but the transfer of the land and the $44,000 payments we are not processed and until the start of 2024. So
what's basically in the saying that is that then falsify one kind document for sure say now Fatima they don't buy this place since 2012. But why somebody will buy property like this in 2012? You know, ever able to do that payments then only in 2024 able to do the payments. You know, somebody don't buy property in 2012. When I make records, but once they make the money for the payments of that property there, 2012 enable payout. 13, 14, 16, 17, 18. This is till 2024. That now for tell you say, now so then people hear this siphon money because you don't get the opportunity for use and capacity as a first lady. You use the powers of a husband, the president of the country. They come abroad, they can EU, they can the US and other parts around the world. They raise fund. The advocates say they fight for the girl child, like the hands of our girls and other vulnerable people. Then people here they take couple and millions of dollars for support them projects in there. Both the EU and other corporations then instead they use their money then they will get picking them, girl picking them, even for men able to provide part for themselves. The only thing he can do, he can just go get some fuel and some parts, then go to now before camera, make some video, call school picking them, come, celebrate, make a video. That's all she did. So with the rest of that money, what he do? It would put them buying mansions, you know, and villas and hotels all across.
I want to say something straight here. I just want to say hi to Nyale. This one of me old fans them Nyale. A long time I know see him on the channel. I don't know, maybe because of stuff that happen. But please, guys, who know not in the comment section, please let me be respectful. Yeah, we're not the first person for like come on the channel, first people like on the channel. But if they come, make sure say you respect yourself, please. If you want something for watch the program. That will respect yourself, mean a democratic person. You free for say anything, but be gentle and be respectful how they say things. Not attack somebody, attack the issues. Now the issue they attack and go attack somebody, please. The first way they write in comment down there, now they say if you know that you try for you post some comment away, you know actually go while you target you target somebody, you know they go down well. Please don't respect yourself, please. This is not to that platform. This platform they watch and worldwide. So please, let's make sure that we respect ourselves. All of us, they're picking on there. YouTube will not encourage picking. The maximum age they encourage at 18 years. When you don't reach 18 years, they encourage you for watching videos that are now 18 years. If you go watch me guidelines, then what can sign for before they can at the studio. YouTube they ask me if this program is for picking. I say no, not for picking. Now you were 18 years and above, now adult there. Nobody, all of us are adults, so we have to actually behave like adults, please. This is Sierra Leone. Are they target now? Issues them in the target. Issues them, not put alone for it. These are also the reason why our country is like this. we talk about important issues here. This person get high, they putting comment out there. So please, let's just maintain ourselves, please. Don't respect ourselves. Let's respect ourselves, please. Yes, Mr. Albert. Let's go further. So like this other one. What this other one say? Take a look at this one. Okay. It's like upon entering Gambia, also Brute 2. Also Brewfoot, also upon entering Gambian's Brewfoot Heights, an exclusive neighborhood on the Atlantic coast, lined with the villas of diplomats and businessmen. One structure stands out above the rest. Behind the high concrete wall, behind a high concrete wall, the glance white villa support wrap around terrace overlooking pool and beyond the ocean. Nearby, a second white villa built in a modest style is almost hidden from a public view by its exterior wall and the surrounding jungles. The building is layered into multiple terraces with an L-shaped pool, additional guest house, and spacious garden. So these are some of the building name. So like this one now, we say a Atale Bilamso, Mr. Albert.
Yeah. This is the Gambia.
This is the Gambia, right?
Yeah, a Gambia.
Wow. I think it's the art of the tongue, self. We, according to what you're supposed to describe now, art of the tongue.
Yes.
These
are these are residential areas. Around the seaside. These are tourist attracted areas. Now we say money people and money man can go spend a good time, quiet time. These are areas where you go there, you feel like except until you say you still Africa. In terms of the environment, in terms of the atmosphere inside and there. So yes.
Okay, so just take a look at all them billionaire. It claims say in a salary, but you see, you say they can't be powerful billionaire. You say they can't be powerful billionaire. Take a look. These are powerful billionaire. They can't be why no billionaire salon?
Yeah.
What you say down there? Say a
villa register. And what they do is that this particular building, this particular way they show, they use in Mama in the Fatima Bio, he used Mama for register him as the owner or the buyer of this building. And me, who say Mama they even pull money for, even for rent an apartment for a year, let alone buying a mansion like this where worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. So these are just the scale of corruption, the level of deception where this particular leadership bring up. And this is not the same country where we did. People they die in a corner hospital because lights not there. People they die because oxygen not there. People they die because of the lack of medicals, supplies, medicine not there, and many other hospitals. Lights not there. We not even get money for buy generator. We not get money for buy solar. We not get money for buy oxygen and medical supply. But we had millions of dollars where we're ready for use with relatives and names them, use the names and acquire and purchase then luxurious properties there, not so even within the borders of Sierra Leone, but outside of Sierra Leone. This is worrisome. And really? This is the thing where we all as Sierra Leoneans, of course, Kelvin, anytime you go, you get what they call party fanatics. You get people, even now as I talk to you, you get people where Fatima and in team, they already pump money into, always they need, now for they go after Sierra Leoneans, then where they speak up for them things there, where they raise awareness, where they talk about them for calm and disrupt. So the only thing I can say, they can be here, they can come on the comment section, but you know what? These are fanatics, party fanatics. There is
Yeah,
nothing you
even
can
like
do.
I
There
don't
is nothing you can do about it, Kelvin, because when you are a party fanatics, even if they say your brother, as long as you know saying any of the president, they say na killer, na almost na bloodbath, na vampire, you will say as long as say I'm a brother, as long as say I'm a tribe brother, and I may come out the same region, may it be so no more. As long as 90 days, and people are dying, people are suffering,
know. Like, no, just take
and
a look at this one.
who's
I
question
don't just
them?
want to show the comment again. Like, this is just put it
You know
out
what?
was yeah.
You know what, Kelvin? You don't even need for them attention. Don't allow to be distracted by some elements there, because you always have elements like that coming after people to distract them. Don't allow their distraction to take you
That's
away.
crazy.
So just stay focused, because the thing is this: we all as Sierra Leoneans will therefore continue to remain vigilant. They will come after you in a different way. But if that come when they come after you, now the price will you get for pay, for create awareness, for speak up. Because with brothers and sisters that within the country, they not get the platform, they not get the environment for me able to talk like
Not
how
a
me
good
and you this
man.
way and talk.
Not a good
So
man.
when me and you get that opportunity, we have to speak for them. Because if they try to speak up, you know what I'm saying? Then they end up in jail, torturing them, beat them up, threat them, give them court orders, send all kind court letters, harass them, use police protocol surrounding us, create that intimidation atmosphere around them. And nobody, no one for jeopardizing life or in safety, or left in Pekin and family and wealth for go enter inside jail or go put inside jail because it is for advocates for vulnerable people. So go just
Take
decide, say, no, it's not just let them out.
take
So
a look at this is
if
what
we
Ubona
all turn
Salas.
Momo,
Ubona Salas with all this, even brother Salas with the US. This is what he said last time, and this is the truth. You know, like some of these guys, I mean, would they blame them? The some of these journalists and civil societies, we can blame them, but not to 100% because they don't see they are in the top, they don't hold it, they don't back in, not no commodity. So you and I just so some way can be just keep quiet. Example, like where
no,
eligible that guy don't
Kelvin,
back the things. What's the whole of the back now?
Kelvin,
What you do? See what I'm saying? The whole of the
Kelvin,
back,
look,
they don't change.
forget about whether it is LAJ and others. For them, they are still alive. Talk about even other vulnerable Sierra Leoneans then. We just realize, say, then democratic rights, they don't disarm from them. What I mean? The right to protest, the right to ask governments accountable, the right to demand economic stability, the right for demand basic amenities. When they come on at rates for demand or exercise their rights there, me and you know what they do. They were executed, tortured, arrested. Hundreds of arrests were made and incarcerated. Until today we made the talks where they are still languishing in
They're
detention
still there.
centers.
They're still there. Why this
You
thing is
know?
just
So
traveling, just roaming up and out without bringing
yeah,
anything. Just spending money, bring
yes,
plenty of people actually notice them.
these are the message and ideology we they come with. Me and you know exactly that. So the first lady preach mob justice, and when a leadership want engage in activities like this, then corrupt
Yeah, it's
activities,
hypocrisy.
you know what they do? They are going to unleash intimidating
They're progress, yeah.
tactics for create fear so that nobody will question them. Imagine with a live at this age of technology where people have access to the internet, platforms like this. Now people have the voice to talk. Just
Yeah.
think if the days, those black days, the days, those olden days when access to the NCR not there,
Yeah.
you know the mass execution over they take place every day with all the powers of the social media, where they don't create awareness, where they reduce some small, they are still doing it. They are still doing it.
It's
So
actually
let's
it
continue to speak
really
up. Let's
um
continue to speak up. Let's continue to act. Continue, Kelvin.
let me jump to the next one. Take a look at this one. What's in this one says? Let me just put something on the big screen. It said behind a high crate. Actually, I don't read this one right. So yeah, we don't pass here.
Yes, exactly. These are the one with the mama where you go use the mama for buyer. Yeah.
Don't pass this one. So now we
Mhm.
come to the next one. This one, what did this one say here? It's a little bit so long. Okay, now this one from here. This now that's this now I say February 2024. Say
Yeah,
Fatima.
yeah, yes. Now this one we start with. Now this will start with that plot of land where it been cost 44,000. In fact, in early in 2012, where then
Okay.
it's claims they don't buy
So
them. Then the only thing where this are the very building. Yes, that
okay.
one with them February 2024.
Okay. So let me go for that. Which other building this? So guys, let's just say this now. The building this. I don't know if I can
These are
see
the
now.
palace. These are the
So
palace. These are the palace where even in Pekin, this in boy Pekin, where they use a Facebook name something Montana. In fact, they get pictures. Said the boy even take pictures inside the building. And in fact, you remember just last year where was it last year or early this year where they got this Islamic forum, something where they get leaders from the Islamic world. Now being Gambia host them. So in the Fatima Bio and Mother Bio, now they been put on, now they been lodged. So they do most of their official activities in there at this particular building. Meet with family members, and that's a good time there. And in fact, the record shows say that don't even go that Ian and Fatima don't use that building. They on several occasions. At least and talk about at least 3 times they don't during this presidency, don't go there together and occupy the building together. You know?
oh, and it's still even
Yeah.
swimming pool, something like you see, it's not like
Mhm,
this one whole
mhm,
palace.
mhm,
One whole
mhm,
palace. This you see the building.
Yeah, of course. Of course, you see even the post and stuff where in boy Pikin make, where you reach inside the post, and I want you right on Facebook page. He said,
One
"This
whole
is
palace.
our palace. This is
You
our
see,
palace. It's a palace. I mean, I got video footages them
all those
where
small land,
they
you know those
show.
small
Mhm.
ones. But
Yeah,
then the first
yeah,
is
exactly.
on who goes by the nickname Fantastic, Fantastic Montana online.
Yeah, fantastic,
Posted
Musa. Yeah, now
numerous
they go in there.
on his Instagram account in January
Hmm
2023.
hmm
Wow. So just imagine all them here when you answer
hmm
for provide light my boy can about. Now you extra people say now you say no money.
Uh-huh, hmm And these
When
are
you
the
say
one
I say no
same woman.
money.
These are the same woman we say, they receive salary.
Eh,
Government the grants 1 cent.
money
But
now. What's that they collect
they
money
get
now?
millions of dollars, money we're supposed to go for vulnerable people. It divert them, you know. See, now, I mean, now, yeah, the hands of our guys, now, yeah, you can, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh. Then stuff like I know how many millions of dollars where they collect now, then country, yeah. Then over save that where they go big, where they gam for that hands of our gas something. This is how they scam the people then. How we go for that? I think I'm picking
Yeah.
this.
This
I'm
are the,
picking
now
this.
inside the building, now the
Inside this
fantastic
video,
Montana.
I post this.
Now in picking this where they use the account name Fantastic Montana. Yeah.
That's
Now
it.
they are inside it. Now the same about this way in the hold them bundle money in British pounds where they
Yeah,
display
we
in
put
public.
out good this time out. I remember that post. I
Yeah,
get that
now the same. Now in this. Now the building, this and the Gambia inside the building. You know.
CD Bobo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Live big my
Yeah.
life. Why put it in the sofa? I posted this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh I think look at Fatima Bio post to say I'm so depressed I nearly forgot it is your birthday. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
No go before the other about this now the other post this. Now in
Yes.
the place to the talk about.
Yeah. Now the place. Yes. These are the same. These are the same mansion. At the same palace.
Oh,
These are
I
the
post this.
palace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And all the properties that we talk about, then buy them within the last 4 or 5 years. Not to say if we don't sell. Most of them safe now between 2002 to 2005 and 2004. Most of them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hmm. The post described the villa as his palace. Looking at the next, which one are this? That's in a family member. There's family connections.
This time, brother. This are one
This
of a half brother. He also they use one of this in half brother. He also use them for buy some properties and use the name for buy some, like buy some of the properties away he gets. Yeah, my brother.
Wow. I just see you in the beginning. Say my dearest mother.
This time, mama. Where now one of them as well he used for buy some of the mansion them inside Gambia there. Yeah.
Is that one on the big screen? Let me just see here. So it's this side. When I'm just able to find I got this one. That's one on the big screen. This is not the other mansion, guys.
And about this way, now you get the accounts where go with the name of Fantastic Montana.
Fantastic Montana.
With
Yeah.
Would it display bundles of British pounds?
Yeah, exactly. But he live well life. Mama, they take good tax money.
Yeah, exactly.
And the building this. So let me come again. Yeah, and okay. Now this one I see my family members. See this my brother. This one.
Exactly.
There again, this time, mama. All right. Now that this like okay, my brother still. This one.
Yeah, my brother.
And mama this.
Yeah.
Screenshots of Facebook pictures. A symbol of social media post that reveals the family relationship between Fatima Bio and her half sibling. So now we go before now the legs are this right we watch there. We talk about that council behind this.
Yeah. The apartments that council apartments and letters within the address to there.
Okay.
Then of course it still gets official address there. For it still gets official address there. Yeah.
Okay. So now the address is letter address to the presidential couples deposited on the staircase leading to Fatima Bio's South Via. So now the place name is South Via Council Flat. Early March this year.
Yes, exactly.
So this is not the letter, guys. Let me come with other flat. This other one, which one is?
Yes. This type property we then buy around March 2023. One of the villas them as well, one of the apartments, luxurious villas or apartment that we then buy. Where Fatima also buy, still using names of her relatives them as the owners. Yeah.
Is that also
just go down a little bit? Yeah, it's not the Gambia.
And the Gambia, kind of Senegambia. Fatima Bio buys a 2-bedroom apartment for $85,000 located in Forest View and an upscale estate in the popular tourist districts of Senegambia. Yeah, the attractive place no more. Yeah, this woman don't this other country there.
And of course, another investigation report they come out very soon about in affiliation with this company called Cabot Properties, where they operate in Salon in Gambia, where they are also doing to real
estate. This building in Gambia there. This building.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. So Bijilu. Wow. If he go show Jesus, they look at it at $81,000 billion. $81,000 billion. This one may go be $81,000 building.
Yeah, because then people are so then say we all like I saw the ones who face in Gambia. They say we the ones who face in
$81,000 building.
Yeah. on paper that they, if this apartment, this are 2 bedroom apartments, it costs $88,000. That would talk about a mansion worth
This one.
5 times more than that 2 bedroom apartments.
Yeah,
This
the
one,
possibility.
in terms of paper, this one look cheaper than even the. Oh my God, these people. So yeah, it's sad. It's really sad, Kevin. All
What
let's
are
say what
this?
happened.
What are this? What are this one?
Yeah, these are the same. Of course, look and well,
This
look
one.
and well. Now the
All right,
border.
brother. All right, brother, eh? So
Hmm.
which one are on this side?
Yes, all our relatives and now, sisters and brother together. We these are the time we mother building. We here and Fatima go there. The last time we didn't go there, we didn't go visit there. So the other family times together at the mansion, at the palace.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
In February 2024, King was presented in Ethiopia among attendees of the General Assembly of the Organization of Africa First Ladies for Development, an organization that Fatima Bio has been presiding over since February this year. Okay, so what's in next here? This back na 2013 and the same building Fatima Bio's half brother Abdul Moy Dabo acquired the right to a plot of land in Kutu, on which he is building a hotel in the same period in which he makes two stamp duty payments corresponding to real estate transactions value $295,000 US. I look at more, not to miss more. Look at when I say, not to miss more. Look at, and you tell this. So what in else? This one they say Fatima Bio's mother Tidanke Dabo buys a $500,000 US dollar villa located in the Brufut Heights. What did you call? Yes, call I name where you come from, please. Okay, King Wild. Alhamdulillah.
What I say is, Iranian politics as it is the people that they need for white of need for all the politicians for play because let me take now say if they post there as they building, what will happen? Or they burn them, or they destroy the building, we're not doing nothing. When are you moving and take bill away? Instead of it fortify the building, let them benefit you. What did they do in the burner? Yeah. So this they make the politicians they release the money and they go invest in other countries. Because you don't say power left them, the property they get at Kano, if they are stake, they take an hand, or they now look like Nigeria. The former president of Nigeria, the two former presidents, Tamedo and Solbert. See the nations that would have been inside Nigeria today, how they live. Looking at the benefits, and at the Nigerian movie, they say billion mansion a day. Looking at the benefits when them people are able to achieve out of their mansion, they as make them need it. Our politicians don't reach the money, go invest in other countries.
This is not the question, my brother. That question you asked is a very big one.
Yes, the commission, now they say the commission of inquiry is all lengthy. Let's say they all are fake. Accountability will take place.
Exactly.
They forget this is the way you commit the crime, then they pay the price.
Yeah.
You don't need for us to say they will make a commission of inquiry, all that they see the property then. They make the people them outside and then they benefit that they benefit. We don't see Saloma the one party office. What the party office doing? Now, who said the go put the party, now you move me and take bill that party office. And that party office they will not move on to. Now you money them get for take back for bill and back. Not the way they call that. Not only new money they get for take go. Now you country is state money, the state for any get for take back and bill and party office they go on. So now what did they do? Now just pan body na in the what are the benefits for the house? What did the house do you? What did the house do you for both born and because I you he didn't take pillar? When you never left the house, then he tried to strategize himself, you know, how to do it wrong in politics. What did the house do you? Now that pan body did it. So the politicians there, you know, the Iranian people, and they get the problem. Not only that alone. We below say, then they born out. We below say, government they see that. So at the end of the day, the boss, in return transmit the ghost people and the ghost, they just broke the boss. So the boss, they replace all the people in the bush. The border, they get a long way to go. When they count money in a rich man country, they didn't allow you to pay here. Those are the point. When you cheap now, you can get for me. When you cheap, you say that they make. Now they call them back. Now this is the problem. When you cheap there, instead of say, okay, what you cheap when I have it make, don't start to put policy system, then you don't start to get the institution system, when you make the next panel go able to cheap it. They never do a move. Now who say you make, now they go pray. And when you pray, who's getting the get? Nothing. So me say, only problem Fatima Bio, what they do, and the people that get this problem. Now they go and chop them, go and the sister they go Fatima Bio. And then they go and kill their uncle and collect politician there.
Exactly.
They do the right thing, they go and burn their own set, and then they speak na street. And the politician they go build the house them abroad or upon countries there. So Sierra Leone is this the people them, they brainwash them too much. This commission of inquiry, what is the best commission of inquiry? So if you don't see, you don't go give them mansion, you don't go eat, you don't forget body money. They say they can't call out, they can't give accounts. What did that person able to do? The money don't go down. So when they do something, they count some policies the way they say, that only we have everything to provide. You know, that commission of inquiry, what benefits they provide for CRU? Nothing. Even they do nothing to continue. That's just minimum for legalized corruption. So where Commissioner of Inquiry, who's one day will tell me the people are telling me what's a lot of benefits that Sierra Leone Commissioner, what is the benefits? Nothing. All the money they get out them abroad. Because you know, say when they're not they broken. All the broken, they burn them, they destroy them after the example, go like Libya, Peter Taylor or Samedo or Tombas. The mansion say we be the border today to go in that make the sleep. So I know expect the next politician to come make London, to go make Gambia, to go because the people then get problem. Like this are the problem, and the people then get problem. You know. So me to me it actually only for.
So what do you want? Wait. So what do you now? You suggestion as what you say the people then get problem. So what do you want the people then do?
Problem with the people then.
Yeah, just summarize them for weeks. Just summarize them. What do you want to put and do?
Now we implement more justice. And you get the whole mind if the next full account they can't do more justice to you. You will support you will happy. That's it to the people that they get the problem. If it Fatima Bio say so, more justice. Then who are the people that the Kano people there? We are the SLPP members. So I don't have the work in the home. When I go say, okay, yes, more justice. You know, the whole idea that the next time when come back and implement more justice, whose benefits you get inside? You're not going able to tell us what they say, no, I need to do more justice to million brother. Because that means set at the injured. That means set at the point. Because you don't go tell about more justice, then at the end of the day, I go call and go see, tell me. So when they say you wrong, they tell you to go born host, you go born host. You don't come on sense, then they tell you, say, well, who did force you to do me? Who did it all to me? Because the people that them born the host, don't feel like the politician anymore. That them not the one that is doing that they don't born the host in this. Don't say that the politician don't born the host in the not today.
Exactly, brother. I just give you more time because what did they talk? It makes sense. Make I give you more time for talk because it makes sense what they talk here. That same thing way they talk to now in who serious so this because what do you do so? Will not the demand and pay for that day. Upon all what you they talk so, what you they talk to now in what they try for do so now then people there right now all they see the evidence what they tell anything they say about that woman day. That the facts would they show evidences them on the see them they see the reality. But it get back all the people that say women are silent. Oh me now one are silent, women are silent, brothers and sisters the way they come after me. because of they pulling things out. We be saying, "Me all right to this is not freedom of expression and freedom of speech." But then they always say some of them they even straight past me. Now yeah, was done so. But whenever they bring government in yeah, now them back they sense go target that man, go tell that man. Well, if you check that in my comment section, watch na my comment section, then watch. You read those things some of them they say now not in the comment section. You will tell you say this is the mentality of Sierra Leone. But and forget whenever thing they go wrong, not only one person they suffer, we all suffer one way or the other. So this is the thing. In politics, they say go one person host, go start that person, they go tie this person here. Not for you they do, now you they do. They harm you. So this is the problem. So you don't see. Not for there, yeah. Not for what I enjoy the order no more. Now the young people, me own brother and sister, maybe they come after me. I go down that party office. So what's in the business? Why forgot one? So this is the problem. Now this thing where they talk about say we need for man up. Sierra Leone, not only politicians, we need for decide to mind. We come to one. We unite. Because we want to go fix alone. We want to go with one. Now we will all come together. And then a scam. Now we have generate money. We don't just generate money no more. Now we stock money. They pay and bulk money. They pay and heavy money. Now I bank they pay heavy money. Not just small money they pay. Small money. But instead of the commission of inquiry, he go rent a house in order for pay all. He transfer the high court landing. Not so corruption. Then take a look at the money where he buy the house. They will tell pull money. Who say him pull money? Because they're not saying that corruption money that they use for buying. Yeah, because it's not genuine. Because it's not genuine. They're not bill genuine. Not to the money. Yeah, now money that they use. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
The money is not genuine to the man where Tipa, where Billa house. But the money is genuine to the land. Because inside the land, and then it build the house. So why you know they target the man? Why you know they put things like in place? When you take the go bond that house, say no, I need to bond that house, man. What did it go to me? I mean, when they take build the house, then I go back, I go bond that. Then I go begin to blame the man. So I think I want you to understand. Is the money is not genuine to the politician. But the money is genuine to the state.
I get you loud and clear.
Yeah, the money genuine to the state because after no money,
yeah,
all the whole family they go and bond to it. Now we money they get protect bill and back.
Yeah.
So they not to help. Now what I take out we want to. All the other money they take bill.
Hey, that's no money. Now money. Now tax money they get for use of bill. As that for that. Now civilian they no wanna now.
So it like this is the problem. So we get the problem. The people when politicians keep the level put things in place. Institution they put in place where you go able to thief. When you thief, you invest into the country. When you develop the land, target the man, put things in place, then the next man will thief. But if you say you put things in place, when you thief and they go burn the house, when you thief and they go seize the house, when you thief, then when the man thief, what it will be like rent the rents.
Yeah.
If you ask Fatima Bio, make you pay the Fatima Bio post and alone. When you get mansion them abroad.
Yeah.
That is the problem. Because that the people that they get the problem, not the politicians. You know.
Right.
So thank you very much, Kevin.
You're welcome. Mr. Albert. Mr. Albert.
Yes.
Mr. Albert. Hello? And a very wonderful contribution. So guys, Jolly Kwasi, hello? We will continue for show some proof them. As I say, these are the buildings them we first already done what is say. Sorry. You know, Mr. Albert, I just want let we fast track. We can label more small. We can run more small on this here on the Kwedu something, then the education robot and small then you would say so like this and the building guys. We just left two more pictures, then we can run more. So this and the other building, this one also, though this one don't pass on. One more, like this one back. Mr. Alba, we don't see this one. This one at the Gambia, right?
Yeah, all of them are part of the properties. Almost 10 different properties only within the Gambia. And of course, there also gets other properties outside of the Gambia, even some parts of Africa as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, before we come to the next side, we start for talk. So guys, as Jolly can see, we talk with evidences. If you watch we right now, I want to know if you watch from Facebook and YouTube together. If you're the first time for the journey, this is Punado TV. Me the present program in Kelvin Mans and my brother Mr. Albert David. We as always know for Punado things that we few people just know and majority don't know. They always for Punado. As we don't see the topic today, what the first lady we get now 3 trouble in one God. It get problem with the British government and it gets also problem with the Kwedu Holdings Limited boss and also in states they also in properties them or the houses them where it is solicit money from people and as alone it build mansions or whatever the estate them various parts of the world, especially the Gambia. So as we don't see, we don't show now various evidences them. But before we move back to the next topic as to the Kwedu something limited, I just want to throw light on what in this scholar they start for talk about the Sierra Leone people that have for way they descend them, they descend for Gobon House and this and this. So I just want to throw light on that a little bit before we jump to the Kwedu Holdings, Mr. Albert.
Yeah. This are the same way we don't talk about, time and time again, because the people that we descend, these are the same vulnerable people that we talk about. These are vulnerable Sierra Leoneans where they not get the education, they not get the economic stability, and they not get the discipline where they need for live a life where a decent Sierra Leonean need for live. Because another, let's say somebody will able to provide for himself, able to provide for his family, conveniently. Somebody will get a job, will get a family for take care. Somebody will at least, get some basic education, even if not to advance. And nothing say go just go grab call and go give 50,000 years, say, hey, organize, buy rum, buy whatever tea they get for take and smoke and drink, say when I go burn for souls. You can't put yourself into that. That just tell you the rate of unemployment, the rate of violence, the rate of divisions. That's what we do. With ability for do it process. APC headquarters do something against. The APC headquarters are responsible for provide jobs for now. That they're responsible for provide some of them basic amenities there where every Sierra Leonean they talk about. Thinking about the lights, the jobs, or employment, or the cost of living. Now, they need for do more. It's sad. And I just hope Sierra Leoneans will continue to speak up, continue to talk to ourselves, and yeah, let's see how this will go. But it's sad, man. It's really sad with this leadership that they do over the years for take advantage of the vulnerable brothers and sisters here,
So, just like I said earlier on, three trouble in one go within the first lady here. The one we don't address them, the what thing engage with the British government, and now I want to jump to the Kwedu holdings. As to all we don't know before, what thing will they go on between them and the Kwedu holdings them. So I just wanted to throw light towards that as to what are the steps of the Kwedu holdings.
Yeah. First of all, I believe the first lady he overstepped. You don't really overstep in boundaries. You know, because for him as a first lady, okay, I can agree with him. Say he get genuine concerns. I can agree with him. Say he get genuine concerns about the workers. If that is a fact, if not fact, saying and so then treat them on this kind of condition that they go through, I can understand. Say they are genuine concerns. But for me, especially in a country where me, say in the last 6 to 7 years, for me, you protest for that country, you go for ready for sacrifice your life. Just prepare yourself, say, there's every possibility that I'm not going to come back home. But here we see the first lady, yes, here we see this first lady conveniently use incapacity as a first lady, where he not get any legal capacity for do that. For make him as a first lady, we're not a member or any official within the Sierra Leone Labor Union. They work, work in, they run or get anything for do with the Sierra Leone Ministry of Labor, Ministry of Works. So for make a use in your capacity as a first lady, the influence where it don't build, the influence of a man, go na quite that corner and go hold such illegal protests, that in itself is a crime because it don't go against the Industrial Relation Act of 2023. You don't get any rights. No longer will get that power there. So for make him say, okay, because the first lady, the wife of the president, I can do whatever. You will see say, even when they do that kind divisive, statement and there, it gets security that will surround her. She was well protected.
Mr. Albert,
Yes.
I know I let us continue that we not sabi. Yeah, what even Fatima Bio say? It say na President Bio na instead of na so say. That's why you want him to do.
No, but
isn't a man nice to go address the Kwedu homeless? Let go address go solve the problem problem. So in a problem solver.
Right. Okay.
Isn't a man nice? So not just
Okay. Even if a man said, as in claim, even President Bill not even get the legal capacity really for do that. It not mean say because a president, so people and they will assign. That just tell you how states capture don't ruin we country. There are institutions, there are people, there are offices responsible for engaging in labor disputes. So you as a first lady, when you do that, automatically it gets laws that we don't violate against. Especially laws we get for do with the Sierra Leone Industrial Relation Act, than I want. So that's it don't create what man call political interference. And for any investor, we realize that this particular country, the leadership or people in leadership positions, they can just grab one day and interfere into your private sector operations. Because Koidu Holder Limited, this is a private affair. It's a private business. So from where you use your capacity as a first lady, you can't interfere, you disrupt. And you don't just disrupt their operations, you deflame them, like you defame them, you fabricate stories, you say then they misuse people and you accuse them of corruption without any evidence, without any single evidence. You call them, say that they mistreat workers, them, they are corrupt, they bribe, they this and they that. And this is one of the only few diamond mining companies in the country where they operate and where they provide jobs opportunity for many Sierra Leoneans. Not so just that, this company from where they start, a few years back to now is on the records. They don't pay only on taxes alone more than 173,000, more than $173 million only on taxes, and they don't pay more than $15 million for community development. The leadership of a money to tell we who side in the goods all the money them they with this company don't pay. And they talk about even the community developments where this company don't they pay to take care of their community side and they do the mining for maybe make roads and so. But when you look at the corner they talk about with all the money every company they give government. If you go Kono still remain one of the areas in the country where get the worst roads in the country.
Yeah.
One of the most underdeveloped places in the country. Me, in as much as I also they against most of them industrial companies there, especially mining companies there, where they come, where they destroy with environments. They dig with land, they extract mineral, they extract everything, they damage with environments. And this now what done they happen for many, many years before they born me and Yusuf. Now what done they happen in that part of the country.
Yeah, that for sure.
And it don't cause so much damage into the environment. Of course, I totally aware of that. But I believe say if Madam Fatima Bio for don't use a different approach, a different method for handle this situation, that he use the idea of environmental damage. But for me, you can, or you can even use in aids them. It gets officials, it gets a whole team where you will come and speak on their behalf. But for me, as a first lady, go team up at that podium, it creates that tension. And you see what's happen. The fallout of that particular thing there is the Koido Hole Limited decided for sack more than 1,000 workers, and only one will take part of that protest with them, then sack them all. They sack them all, and a day after they publish their letters and they then sack the letters and they what see them do? Then go on the rampage. Then block roads, bonfire them. What's happen with them? Nothing. Nobody not touch them because the first lady and the panel. Imagine saying other parts of the country do such protests. Like by now, families are all black. They arrange for burying. For plenty of them picking them, waiting for don't kill and massacre. But because the first lady handed it and block roads, block traffic, cause problem, disrupt. So when you allow a company like that for stop operation for one day, we know exactly how much they cost that company. And when we think from the day when this company shut down because of Fatima Bio in strike, in illegal strike, so now it don't cost them millions. Both maintenance, damages, and of course, defamation for destroy the reputation of this private company, false accusation because the corruption and other allegations that he claims say he gets evidence, wait to read and they wait for the evidence and they will not get them. The Anti-Corruption Commission, as of last year, they don't come out and say they don't see any wrongdoing from the Kwedu Holding Limited about corruption or illegal activities. Okay, but now because of this thing between Kwedu Holding and Godmother, when Fatima, we'll see where Ben Kaifala on Friday, he come out publicly and say, May Kwedu Holding not bring and come into this issue. It stand toe to toe for in Godmother, when Fatima Bio. And in fact, he said, in fact, that investigation, the way that we don't do against the corridor holding, they trigger him again. Maybe it look like said the investigation doesn't go well. So now you need to do the investigation again. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad the way we country don't go. Now they claim say they for do the investigation again because let's say the investigation was not concluded, was not done properly because Fatima Bio said so. That's look, you need to go back into that review. You need to go review that your investigation reports. These guys, now I don't draw the line. I battle between me and them, so implicates them. So now they say let's go. So these are the states of we institutions, and today anybody can influence them. Anybody can call them and dictate to them what to do, who to investigate, who not to investigate, who to drop charges upon, and who to be implicated and who not to be implicated. This are the states of our institutions. So now this court, this particular company gets every legal grounds to make sure, say, they take legal actions. And mind you, this now a company will get reputable international stakeholders as well as local stakeholders. Now that company, where they all get a stake into that company. And we don't see where companies like that don't take actions in the past. And we all see the outcome of their results and their court decisions and so First Lady not going to be an exemption. If they discover, say, she conducted an illegal strike, which he not get the legal mandates to do that, it can be proven. If they proven, say, the illegal strike, where it will cause disruption, it creates a job loss, financial loss, of course there will be penalties for things like that. If they prove, say, the First Lady in defamation against a company, we blackmail them, we use all types of allegations against them openly. If it is proven to be correct, okay, but if they prove and say she's wrong, it was all made up or fabricated, then of course there are also penalties for offenses of that nature. So these are the states of the country today. And of course, we see all these kind of properties where you don't encroach. You go and buy using mama, papa, brothers, whatever names. People don't go on for ask, what's in this government get for do? Of course, say this government not going to do nothing when it comes to this. Even if they say they're going to investigate, what if you say will be the outcome of the investigation? Right? So we go hope say when the future governments come, we determine for maintaining the credibility of a country, it will do something. And mind you, this action of Fatima Bio for organize this illegal strike, we not get that legal mandate there. You know what's saying? It drive investors away. It creates fear among foreign investors. Because from see publicly, a First Lady, they go against corporations, then private sectors. I mean, you not go one left here with you millions and say, okay, ma go salon and go invest, because these are the country where you see the First Lady will just grab one money kind of company, sell all workers and not work on a strike. You don't do that. Investors need to be protected. Yes, they need to be protected as well. Because then they provide jobs. These are job providers. And tell me now, this 1,000 workers where they don't sack, who is going to provide jobs for them? Now you go provide jobs for them? No. Then picking them, their families will then get, how they get to survive? Who is going to take care of their families? Who is going to be responsible for them? May you not know how long they get for waits again before they get. Look, 1,000 jobs lost, not a small thing. It affects a whole community, it affects a nation as well. Who say 1,000 workers they work and they all they receive their salaries and make use of their money? That money you would say within the economy, it gets a huge positive impact in a nation, especially a country like Salon.
Of course.
You know, so yes, of course, let we hope so. Investigations of all properties that we don't see, we don't talk about. Any government in the future will mean business and we want to maintain the credibility of Salon on the international stage, they have to do something. Then get mutual legal treaty agreement between country to country. And they just like we get the how they call them the Interpol treaty, something like that. These are legal treaties where the two countries will help themselves for investigate a particular crime where they suspect it happened. So if a future government will establish a commission of inquiry and this inquiry proves say Fatima Bio committed a corruption or abuse of power or misappropriation of fund, okay, once they establish that fact and they believe say them people here with brother and sister and mama do not get the financial means of providing properties or for buy or even get access to property like that, definitely their houses and they will be in the center of the investigation. They all will be investigated. And if they prove say indeed, now then fund there with Fatima they go seek and get from the international community for can help Bikini and Salona use for buy any properties and they, then the law will take in course. Of course, then gets international organization, even the World Bank, they empower their institutions and they for retrieve stolen assets. And also they call stolen asset recovery. These are all institutions where they operate all over the world for help, vulnerable countries that were leaders and they thief their wealth, go invest them other parts of the world. We all know even the Abacha, what's happened with all the money where it's saved now other different parts of the world. They use all the methods and they for confiscate and bring all the money and they back home. So if them properties that they get for belong to the government of Salon, the government of Salon will use them on their properties and they will sell them, bring that money and take care of the picking them where that money is supposed to go into. Yes. So on that note, Kelvin, yes.
I actually want we watch bar. They are starting something they want to people and watch. So to explain about this this Koidu holdings. Maybe some people don't know watch that particular. They'll just look at a small short video. No, it will just to prove say yes, this woman be organized a protest and I be there before. And if we tell people and say in the whole Koidu, in the barricade the whole Koidu holdings. What's name? Come on, what's name? Go. So
that is a threat. That is a threat to us.
So I wait for Koidu holdings. But one thing I don't send to them yesterday and today. If by the end of today, Koidu holdings then they not come, follow can finalize on this. Tomorrow we all go work na Koidu holdings. One day tomorrow we all go work na Koidu holdings and they begin prepare the security forces they wanted. Because tomorrow with the barricade in front of Koidu holdings, nobody know the enter, nobody know the come. They are just what right now. Now the peaceful way with the nobody know the work and see. If they not come so we by the end of today, tomorrow we know the work, then self not for work. No man no. No everybody stay outside. Do it because you don't overdue. Now make we do it. So dear babe, una not go back, una wait for me. As I get the letter and the contact Charles and Suleiman, let them make law and no say we don't get the letter. So which means tomorrow we get the letter, I put them before them. If they tell me say yes, it is okay to sign, and they ask una all for go work back tomorrow. Okay. If I don't get the letter, say the day done, then tomorrow we dey go work. Yeah? But the only work we dey go sit down on my front them gates. Nobody know the enter, nobody know the come. And the work we go for go work. But me no want to reach that side. I say let's not reach that side.
So like they talk only we talk on fact. So Lorna just no the all the things that they say, we know you can see no more about the show na proves and fact them. But see, these are things them where they happen, these are real things and real stuff them. So this is not the lady way organized this particular show. Now in front of her, now what is say? And call me. In fact, now millions again they would so people the way they say now for protect me. And then they would so and then in the call so say in the barricade the whole place they call in the police. This not involves them will not to
That in
listen.
it, that in itself not threats. You just throw a threats for go barricade a whole company for put them under hostage. Would I give that authority?
This is not the question.
Because you're not the first lady, because you're not the first lady. This is an abuse of power. It's a misuse of office. It's a misuse of authority. You don't get any legal capacity at all for engaging in such things. What do you know about labor disputes? What do you know about labor laws? Even before you call them, people here for go get this kind of conversation with them, tell them about protests. You able to tell them for know their rights as workers. You share anything about them for me they know their rights, the advantage and disadvantage of them going into such strikes. No. You're good to now they put camera before them, they hold mic and they talk because you're not the first lady. And today, because of that action, it don't cost them 1,000 jobs. They have been sacked. Who is going to take care of the families? Not the first lady? Of course not. Because they get a family outside of Falo where they care about, where they buy mansion for, they buy hotels for, they buy luxurious villas for. Those are the families they care about, not so you, where it go tell for some Vienna for go barricade the whole job provider. You know, people are struggling with jobs and they go create a hole for many people that lost their job. It's sad. It's really sad. And
So,
this type of just say we how the states of our country right now.
so we dey talk about the Fatima Bio get 3 trouble, one God. We'll talk about the problem with the British government as to where it goes against the UK council house. And one, we don't talk about them. Then we'll talk about in spending away the funding away they go take from the people in Asalo, where they go join and put in Asalo in air, then they go actually put on in properties them where they buy overseas or some parts of the world outside Sierra Leone. We don't talk about anything. Then the other thing they was say 3 trouble one God. The other thing it gets also a big issue or problem with the Kwedu holdings them. Where it be organized this protest today, where I just play on our phone and the video and also use na me see from the horse's mouth where they say in organize this particular thing force they behold 3 days protest when I had to call and sit at home back. They just don't more, they don't do nothing. Then now, from there now, in system of the meaning, I can talk and say in the barricade, in the core security apparatus, them security forces, them barricade the whole place. Nobody going when they can. So due to that particular thing, they right that now they say this particular company, Kwedun's Holdings company, the boss right now, I guess serious problem with that. So I just want to let you explain to put as I don't give flashback before. What's in the problem right that now where it gets where they encounter with the Kwedu Holdings them? Apart of the workers them in and the Kwedu Holdings, what's problem where they encounter? What is what action where the Kwedu Holdings one try for take right now? Just take me through that.
Yeah, the career holder don't make, of course, the actions are not making secret, they make them public, and they give all the reasons. They make them very clear that the illegal strike where the first lady conducts don't disrupt the operations, we don't cost them millions. And the first lady don't also publicly defame the reputation of the company. It defame them like, it talk things them against the way not true. They get stories that we fabricate against them, make false accusation publicly. And of course, the strike where it cause, it don't cause damage and loss of money to the company. And of course, this sort of company which they do their operations for free in salon, as I said earlier, only on taxes alone within the pay to Salon government, they don't pay more than $173 million on taxes alone to Salon government. And they don't spend more than $15 million within the give to the Salon government through the Ministry of Mines and the local government for community development. You know, they know they do them. So it's all money. So for my you just go grab, you will be say where you get your money for money that they give for take care of Salon picking them. You instead they use that money they take and go abroad, go invest in other parts of the world instead of the same country where they first for. And then people here then come for do business. You know. So as I say, in as much as I understand, me not to say are they in favor of most of them company they are where they can exploit with land them or with minerals or so. But there are channels. You're not gonna say because you're in a particular leadership position where you not even get the legal capacity for do things like that, they go disrupt. You know, I feel sad for even the Sierra Leonean brothers and sisters that we got affected. 1,000 workers and sack them because the company decided to do an investigation, determine people who will be violently involved into the strike, people that will create inside, people that will cause damage, and they have all the rights. And if you're an employer and they get somebody or a group of people that will go against the company rules, you have every legal right to take actions, either for suspend that particular worker or terminating contracts. If you go for pay them off, you pay them off. Nobody go for dictate to that company how would I for sack or would I not for sack. So this is the situation. And then people here don't make it clear. First of all, they go for take the matter to the High Court. That's alone. Not just the High Courts, they rely on, because we all know exactly how the High Court therefore be. And don't make them very clear that they take this matter to the International Court of Justice as well, that they can go to the Quincy Courts, not the United Kingdom, and of course not the ECOWAS Courts, and then also they follow them up to the African Union, something. So, and all this, they don't call for damages, will cost millions of dollars. And of course, then get every right. Courts, you don't joke with courts. If Fatima, we know leaders them we don't make that kind of mistakes they had before, but they're not gonna worry them. The court case here, they got him. Even if it go out of governance, maybe because they're in leadership, it go on for like navigates or so, but the time will come. You get even leaders them where they don't find guilty even in their leadership, then they give them restrictive measures. And they tell you, because these courts, they are internationally recognized. If we come up with a result or a decisive result, we will ban themselves, say, a particular country, a particular European country, or even America, for instance, if we can't say, not only, just like we say, Mother Bio, we don't go through before. Where they go for lobby and lobby and lobby before they go for lift a band. Shortly, when it just come into governance, if you go America, the United Nations, now only within the United Nations and the hotel USA puts on a day for day. You not get nothing to do outside of the American, world. They have to lobby and lobby before that things like that we are resolved, So leaders and they, even like Putin as well, we know that. So Putin the face, so we get leaders and we really go through that kind of conditions and they depending to what's going to be the outcome. So that is it. And the company gets sufficient grounds, because the threats that we make, the defamation we make is not a secret. It's all coming in front of cameras, so these are evidence, and the allegations that we say they're involved into corruption or so, the ACC not prove them, not see any, evidence about the company involved into corruption or mistreatment of workers and so on and so forth. Yeah. So if then decide now today say yes, if then decide now today say no, because now you don't touch me, godmother, this investigation with the turn arm, will they begin the investigation new fresh. So let's see what thing for come again. Yes.
Mr. Albert.
Yeah.
And I'm not surprised about Ben Kefala investigating the first lady. Fuck about anything on it. You only that way Najamari call abomination happen.
Yeah, I understand.
No make that abomination happen as well. Ben Kefala investigate Fatima Bio.
On that note, on that note, Kelvin, I really get for leave, and I get some few commitment that we need for attend. So
Okay. Well, thank you very much for Johnny. I don't know if you can say like something like 10 just 5 minutes. Then we go to just need 5 minutes. We'll just jump to this particular thing quick, just for 5 minutes. Then we go to AKK the educational sector. But I get over the phone line. But now we just jump to the education side. Just take 5 to 7 minutes, then we actually leave the studio. So guys, we don't talk about the Kwedu holding. You don't come to the educational sector, as I said earlier on. Now, before we go further, let's just listen to this particular audio quick.
Understand the differences. But in our closed-door interaction with the minister, he told us clearly that indeed they were submitting the verification, the verified candidates to WAEC in piecemeal, and WAEC put a stop to that they are not going to accept the result, the verified results and the verified candidates in piecemeal. So they had to do everything together. It was that process that led to the delay and why many schools were omitted. And the minister admitted to that in our meeting. And that was why we were left with no option but to go back to the WAEC International to seek their consent to reopen the portal, because in this situation that the minister explained to us, it was us as a government that delayed the process.
Well, law pause there for slide on going law cancel the minister. So I look AKK is trying to talk about something about law we cancel the minister because this mama left the city. Let's say one of alone, like don't go. Step out. And they say there's a parliament and then go so.
No, but unusual, not to too unusual at all.
Parliament, talk about the other side. If you like going to parliament, talk about the other side.
No, not unusual. It don't happen time and time again. Unusual. Yeah. Not unusual at all. Yes. So like. Yeah. So the whole.
Just 5 minutes, now just seconds for the minister.
Yes, exactly.
I will listen to this.
And compare this to this year, we have made some improvements. I will call them significant improvements. There is still more to be done, and we will continue to reassure you that these things will be done. But let me just share with you. Last year, there were 892 schools that registered for Class 1. No, sorry. Last year, there was 816 schools that were registered for Class 1. This year, there are 892. That is an addition of 76. Last year, we had about 248 schools that were affected. This year, it is 83. It has come down to 59. The number of schools. Yes. And what I want to say,
So when I hear from the minister himself, this is what the minister say. So I want to throw light towards this education sector. Mr. Bio, what did you do this?
Yes. So I believe we all on the follow up. We know about the stories since last year. We will get hundreds of school picking, and especially WAS students, school picking them. We're not able to see. So last year, 2024, then get 248 schools them where they omit, where they exclude at the country. Okay. And according to the minister promoting, you just play. And then for this year, 2025, then talk about how many, I think 80 something. And we all know say education are the backbone for any country we want to develop itself because at the human capital, you cannot joke with them. So for me, you get hundreds or thousands, or even thousands of school picking them where you decide say they are not going to take part in these exams. And mind you, some of them, their mama them, papa them, who suddenly, from their house to the school, think of the distance. You don't dey pay, you go for the pay transport for your dad picking, or you buy picking every day for go school and return. Think of in lunch. You don't invest all that throughout the year. Then tell reach from there you go sit, then say you picking will go sit. So think about that frustration there. Think about the pain for the parents then under this kind of hardship. Then think about even the picking, the impact with this kind of thing they get on the picking. The possibility for me, some of them you will succeed and we sit again next year. Some go likely make them up, but some not go make them up. Anything can come. Temptation, pregnancy, many other factors that go there we go contribute, say maybe they're not able to catch up again next year. Dropout. These are all factors where they increase the dropout rates in our country. Pregnancy rates, and what's in the reason? Because of administrative failure. And who are responsible? Now the same Ministry of Education because they fail to give the rightful information to the right people to make sure say people are educated about how this process they go through, how to document the process and how to get access over them forms and then that's as they and inputs them as well for allow picking them, you will get the how they call them something code number where they forgot to take the exam. So if the government, especially the Ministry of Education and White Council, they all fail for create the educational platform there, both for schools and teachers and the school picking and even the parents them, and whether they shoulder that responsibility and the parents them again, and whether they get the burden of it, the picking them. Because they therefore wait till next year. Okay, now government they say they will create a chance for them for sit a private ones. But let's see who is going to shoulder that responsibility. Like government go for pay, or they will ask the parents them for also pay for them picking them for taking their WAS exams and they. So we'll see. So it's sad, it really sad. All length here, that's why we say we need to do more as a country. We'll not ever see this kind of thing happen in our country. For me, picking don't take all the time. Except during the war, maybe you could say because of rebel war or so. But since things come back to normal, since the end of the Civil War, there was never a day or a situation where we would see thousands of school picking a WAS students then committed that they are not going to take their exams simply because there is an administrative failure from either the schools or between the schools to the White Council. So it's a shame. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's really, really embarrassing. The education ministry need to do more, and the government as well need to do more. I think the government needs to intervene. They need to intervene into this issue between the parents then and the school authorities, and of course with the WIAC itself, WIAC Council itself. So they need to sit down together and negotiate and see how this government will reimburse the parents them for allowing them to keep them seats. If not private was safe, may they allow them to go sit private ones. But anything say they for wait till next year, it's possible to say next year they are also going to be muted. Maybe they're going to mute again next year. They need to do something for allow them to care, don't prepare themselves, they don't go through the syllabus, don't study so hard, don't go extra classes under the bill or the footing bill of their parents, then under this very economic hardship, parents and all that for put them picking them, bring them to that level, then last minute say they will sit exams, and not to just when they talk about 100, they talk about thousands of them. So government need to do more. So government need to work things faster for make sure so then pick here, get access or get a chance, get a right for take part of this WAS examination. Government can decide for do a private was for them, good. But they should be allowed to make use of the time where they don't spend for study, go through the syllabus and all that kind of hard work. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Albert. Let me just say thanks very much.
So you, Kelvin.
We appreciate you so much for that wonderful analysis. I appreciate so much. I will take now for the rest. So I will take the rest from here. I'll say stop. I will take them. So thank you very much. Let just say
all right.
So actually come back possibly likely tomorrow or next month. But now I'll get for the whole almost
right.
every day. So thanks very much and have a nice weekend then.
Thank you, Kelvin. Have a wonderful evening and goodbye, everyone. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you. So guys, just as Utin we brother just said, just as Utin we brother just say out there, guys. The number they down or up the screen, down up the screen and down the screen, you can call a contribution as to Utin you think say I will left out or what you think say I will not talk about or what you think say you know more than what you will know, you can call the number in the screen and down the screen you call and give you contribution. Make sure say you give your submission. Make sure say that your submission be very much what is safe, please. Let you know give a submission whereas you target somebody target the issues rather than the person, target the issues and rather than the person, please. No, we respect to say we if you give you call or if you know able to get access for call, drop a comment there, but at least don't be respectful, please, guys. So the number there now the screen and it down the screen, guys. You can call 9G contribution if you don't get access for text or you can text. So this video I'm not be known for play. I'm just now. We let's go. Let me just Parliament. Let's go soon. Let's go to Parliament. Talk about me and you. Come on, man.
Thank you. It was a time to cool off. It was necessary. Mr. Speaker, given the encounter we had with the minister, we understood the matter better. And we keep appealing. And it was my very servant, the Deputy Speaker, who said, if it comes to the worst, we'll foot our bills to go to Ghana to appeal on behalf of our kids. And we took several steps to ensure that was done. And we continuously, the chairman of education was with us in that meeting. Mr. Speaker, when you look at the analysis given by the minister, comparing the kids who take the exams in 2020 to that of 2023, there are certain things we also need to get clear. One, before the advent of the free quality educations, it was agreed that students and pupils left the school systems because they were not able to go to SS1 based on the fees and admissions and every other thing that was happening. So naturally, with the advent of the free quality education, you saw more people coming back to the SS. So taking a direct analysis of those who took exams in 2020 to take the same exams in 2023, you will not have naturally the same figures. You will not. But come to talk of it, if you go back to the 2023 audit report, you find out that even the auditor said that the government paid more for more candidates than the candidates who took the exams. This was at the time when the schools were submitting directly to WAEC. And one of the reasons why the ministry had to intervene was this was a normal practice from WAEC. because WAEC will only send in the cost for students who are taking the exam after the exams will have been taken. So the numbers he was calling were not generated by the ministry. They were generated by WAEC after the exams. So we keep paying for kids that we are not actually taking the exams. That is reported in 2021 audit report, 2022 audit report, and 2023 audit report consecutively.
Honorable member, you have just raised a very salient issue. Do you mean the state keeps paying for candidates that are not attending the exams?
It is in the audit report. I wish the deputy speaker was here.
Mr. Minister, take note. We want to hear your response on that. Proceed.
And this is not just new in his tenure as minister. That was also the case when we had the now chief minister as Minister of Education. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we have two sagas under this current WAS situation.
So guys, I don't know if you understand what's in the chat for Turkey, even though Ms. Alba don't throw light on that. The point where AKK they try for raise here, they make we see there are some people in a parliament they raise some point name, some issues name, but then they put them into practice. They know they actually make them effective. Then they make the thing effective. Then they take action towards some certain issues and way some parliamentary and they bring up in parliament. So you know, see, we say like some issues where they come from parliamentary and then they bring them up or then they say them, but then they take actions. Even if they say they die down, they die out there because now maybe not only one person they say them, the other people they already listing, but then they take action, then they raise concern towards that. So like this particular WAS business here, we this man is trying to talk about. Just imagine in 2024 alone, about 248 schools and where they omitted. Where Englishman say omitted, schools and where they left out, where they pull out, where they not include, when they exclude, that Englishman called omitted. So in 2025 alone, in 2024 alone, 248 schools and where they left out, where they put them pull. They go don't register or they go don't pay for the way they pull them. What's that money they all they go? They go and say, okay, now about so school and so school they register all at the end of the day, they know they count and they sit, then cancel, then pull them out. So now few schools and more they just people no more they send them they are now. So now that money they give. That balance money they all put in the pocket. So who side that money they go? Anti-corruption. Who's that anti-corruption day? All the money they have, then they go outside they come. In 2025, about 83 schools then when they omitted, when they left out. So then they all now this we talk about corruption. When the minister insisted we don't talk about yeah, we insisted answer. As to what AKK is trying to say, I don't know if the video is still here. I think something like this.
Last year and compare this to this year, we have made some improvements. I will call them significant improvements. There is still more to be done, and we will continue to reassure you that these things will be done. But let me just share with you. Last year, there were 892 schools that registered for Class 1. No, sorry. Last year, there were 816 schools that were registered for Class 1. This year, there are 892. That is an addition of 76. Last year, we had about 248 schools that were affected. This year, it is 83. It has come down to 59. Can be a year, the number of schools. Yes. And what I want to say,
So as we now don't listen to the minister, instead don't prove them so don't prove all the reasons without what AKK say, which of us what AKK say right. So how like this thing that goes on, this thing still they go on. So just like what you they talk earlier on, now me and you get for coming together, we will remedy this situation as to what they go on at the country. You like I say, I always enough for bringing on the past, the present, the unbelievable and shocking news. If you're the first time it's for sign in here, I want to know say they listen to Punado TV and we represent Pumina Kelvin Mans. If you're the first time is for like come here, for like sign in here, just do me a favor, just smash that like button for me on the right hand side, the left hand side, and subscribe, and also share the program. What to make it share the program? They share the program for the other people will benefit from man. Post we know they are now they will benefit from man. And like the program, let it go to a wider audience and subscribe to the channel. Why? Because anytime we are come live, YouTube go notify you immediately say are they live, or anytime I post new video, YouTube will notify you. You might not see this particular broadcast again if you don't like, or maybe you subscribe to the channel. I know the force you, but if you think say what thing are they bring to you irrelevant, important, it makes sense to you, then subscribe, share the program. Just smash that like button. You need to pay nothing for them. You need to pay for subscribe. You need to pay for share. The only way you go do if you like and actually appreciate what you can do, just any of my YouTube video where you click down there, side and say join the Man's United family. And that way it will help or at least build the channel, let the channel able build, able grow up the channel, able brand the channel. If you want to become a member, a Man's United family member, any of my YouTube video where they watch the video don't say you see they say join. Just click there and join the Man's United family. So it will be a part of the Man's United family. As I tell you earlier on, if not the first time it's for the sign here, I want to let you know say they watch this program from Facebook and YouTube also. Live right now. They watch on Facebook and YouTube also. So for that ado, let's just recap on what thing actually occurred for today. And I come for Camp Nado today. Three actually let's just say two main things then, but the one that 3-in-1, like as to Fatima Bio when I was first lady in a salon. This is just a recap. First lady in a salon where it gets 3 trouble, 1 God. It's not a 2 trouble, 1 God though. This is not 3 trouble, 1 God. The first trouble we get right now is it gets a very, very big problem with the British government. Now London or UK, anyhow, we put them now. London and UK is the same. So now they are just the abbreviation of London is UK. So guys, it gets a very big problem with the British government right now as to the time we say actually they go put away now they the average man where enable afford at least that enable afford like that rich man how enable live in life where enable live that good self life. Now they actually they can always go rent for them. And that building where they see so about thousands, you get the line and the list, you get criteria them, you get waiting list. People in the way they apply for that particular building day because not to everybody know they apply for, and people in the way they apply for them boku, but before ever they apply, they approve according to how they come. Because they first in, first out, just like una learn. Una go school or una do cost accounting. You get what you call FIFO LIFO inside cost accounting. You get FIFO LIFO when first in, first out. So you first come, now the first go. You last time, now the last go. I don't know if una sort of for say here. Una do cost accounting or una financial whatever them. We una do finance. So we go to call first in, first out. Una FIFO LIFO. So like. Inside this, what I say, this council house, people then they don't apply for it. Just imagine put them boku na that list. If you apply for one now, maybe it take 2-3 years. Just like go to brother see, it take 2-3 years before ever you will gain access towards that particular council house because people then boku they want for good. But here in this lady, we don't gain that particular access in another council house for how many years? The time when they man when a Fatima Bio, aka Ngofero. They don't live there for so many years. They can't get they don't get so then they don't be president, be first lady. So up to now, they don't buy so many properties of acres of land, villas outside Sierra Leone. They don't buy a lot of properties in. As I don't show now earlier on the screen here. Just like what they see, these are the properties the way they don't buy, but who property the way they don't buy. These are the properties they would have done by. These are the properties they would have done by beaucoup. Property in these would have done by beaucoup. We have done shown up before earlier on. And I go one on I say again as I just the recap. You know. So these are the properties the way it don't the buy. As I say, 2 God. So if they buy estate name, na different foreign countries as soon as they see here, we put in and see here, they buy estate in a foreign countries as I don't show now earlier on. And I keep on for show now. Now they see here. These are the estate that we don't buy. You see take Kaya, this are the estate in the Gambia, now other parts of the world. And they do almost so they put a mama and in brothers and names inside and then land there or then property where they buy. So all things they happen, it also gets so many things where they do in a salon, you make house of our gas, they get money, the next side and day. So with all them things away, they get after we don't left the council now. Normally, they expect what he left the council if we go return back that council building for let other people they able take place because as way at now see the line is long and when they come according to how I register how you first come the only way accountancy like for first in first out. But when they don't left that, when they don't left UK, can become president and president, they don't live that luxurious life, by A, B, C, and Z, they don't still return this particular building, the council building in UK. So they see, they see what they happen at the they see what they happen at the media. So like, I don't know what I really. So this go where it goes. So only go so Anova. What you do, it goes sub-rent and back to other person. And this was here, maybe I don't know that they are not confirm whether the person they pay them or they pay them. This is what they are not confirm. I don't know tell now whether they pay, but it's sub-rent to other person, to the person. To somebody in a UK. So they can find out about this was here we go sub-rent to. So this is the thing right now where they under scrutiny, where English man called scrutiny, they under check, then they watch, they investigate, then they know which decision how or what decision would they for take on with First Lady Nasalo Fatima Bio? Which decision? Because they can look at so many things and so many offense then whether even that person against if we qualify for get that council house because say the other council earlier on, but could put it on the list where they don't apply for so many years or so many months or so many weeks where they don't apply they wait. So if we just we can't jump this other person. Is it a crime or not a crime? So now the UK again will decide that. So then they're on the decision making, they're on the investigation, then they're on the check, the thorough checking, scrutiny as to which decision would they get for take, as to if he commits crime or the possibility is supposed for the day, it get the right for the day, or in way is subgrant the place, it get right for subgrant day. So all these things they're on the checking guide. Then I can say in a Pulano TV. Kevin Man, some Pulano TV, and then for make things clear to you. Maybe you don't see I don't watch another platform, but and they explain so they will understand the details of voting and voting they want to happen. So this is the problem we get with the government right now. So who knows? And their evidence is them 100% and every totally when I see even the videos where did they talk about Anaya. This one. This now the people that they talk about now. The UK now then they talk about Anaya now. This
so it calls into question how on earth you are still able to rent a flat when you've not been necessarily in the country for however many years. She was in London, and that's when she got her.
So this now actually they talk about Anaya. This now then they talk about Anaya. So that the issue actually for see then get some evidence against them. Then get everything, and then they don't know it's decision we get for tick. So this is what thing I get for no so far. The other problem I test is three trouble one God. Now, then houses then they where it go and build now what's now various places the way it give the names them where they put on their land and they give in my mind name, in brother's name. When I don't see evidence, I don't show now. There are evidences the way I don't show now when I don't see them like like start inside in the way it puts them border the name there. You see, start inside this in picking this. Here. And see the information here. So I just decided for showing some evidence in the guy as I see. So I don't understand. So the other trouble we at the son see now, then property in the way it went by so right now. Who knows if they win that, if UK win that case, who knows, maybe that person they go left the. Then the other problem what they say it gets the other case I guess it get a very heavy case again with the Kwedu holdings. Me you know exactly how it be the tower for go protest now Kwedu holdings. So me you know say I don't say enough for go protest to going back na Sierra Leone, but did she actually went through the true procedures or engage for go champion protest like that day? Not to like the protest now like where you go, but the way how in go behave now the protest as if now the minister of labor or now the minister. Now they write the people there and they will tell this, now they put it for answer and power. You know, all anything and they put it right now, the Kwedu holdings and they don't take drastic step against them, they immediately try to see if they win that particular safety for seize in property them. They will tell them thing. So who knows if they win that particular thing they might. So you see the three trouble one go with the this night they say if you not give God, you go give sister no. So now the one and they wanna see how the minister there where they play dubious and corruption there. Corruption and that country. Just imagine they don't pay for 248 schools then. Just imagine how many schools there. They don't pay for almost all the schools in that country. They then pull about 248 schools and then they remove from the country. They are enough for it. So they're not too much money. They're not too much money inside 2024. 2025 year they do about the same thing. Put about 83 schools and then remove them. So these are the things that happen at the country. These are the things that happen at the country. My brothers and sisters. So if I can talk so far, this is the news and the Pulnado TV. We're going to the Pulnado TV here. This are the things there we are come for Pulnado TV. But if you know say you get more information on what thing I don't say so, or maybe you get more understanding on what thing I don't say so, or maybe side left where I not touch, where I not talk about, do ya drop a comment in the comment section respectfully. You know what I say? Drop a comment section respectfully in the comment section and tell me exactly what you think and what thing actually you think say na ain't gonna be the way forward or what in your opinion towards it. Towards in particular, drop a comment respectfully. If you don't say this program useful to you or important to you or it makes sense to you, just make sure you smash that like button for me or you click that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel and drop a comment on there respectfully and share the program. Make sure that you subscribe because if you don't subscribe, you might not see this program again. So subscribe to the channel. So anytime we come live or I post any video, a new video, YouTube will notify you immediately say I don't post a new video. So till next time and bye-bye. Me, now my brother, a friend. You picking a patriotic silent citizen Kelvin Mans from this Pulnado TV. Till next time and bye-bye. I love you and I love you all.
Hello and welcome to my channel. And I'm Kelvin Mans from the Pulnado TV. And I'm well on and say one person name is Pulnado, two people name is Pulnado. And for that Pulnado is better and stronger one. Now where we go. So if the first time is for let's sign in here or let's come to this wonderful and lovely platform called the Pulnado TV. Please, my brothers and sisters, just do me a little favor. Let's just smash the like button on the left hand side, subscribe on the right hand side, and also share the program.
This one come for make you know, makes you know be known not in the nation. Now this not the program we all for education, religion, in our circulation, political intimidation, suppression and injustice. In the way they make we know the feel at home. Now we home, so it's in now we own. We the talk out scene, the country not the growing, just the go beyond. We just say all thing for you, we not be no for make you know. You can find me na YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, even TikTok. The name na Pulnado, Pulnado TV. If you not be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. The presenter na Kelvin Mans, not a politician. It stand for the people, the masses, even the poor man. Hey boy, the people know they treat we nice. We see we for know, we don't know. Plenty of things we in Pulnado. We hear rise, hey boy, this na Pulnado. All thing with the Pulnado. It's time for Pulnado. Everything for good nado. Just go na any social platform and shout for Pulnado TV. Na Pulnadoe TV. And the symbol gets a low flag middle. 2 stars with plenty colors. Get the opportunity for call. Not the mid or ending of any program. If you know be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. If you know be know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. If you want for know what see they happen, come join we na the Pulnado. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. Subscribe to Pulnado, Pulnado TV. All thing with the Pulnado. Everything with the Pulnado. Pulnado TV. Romantic.